Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about global styles. We have already used a lot of styles in different user controls and also in all of our windows. For example, we have it in user control main menu. For example, here we have a style for buttons, which is in our resources. The style is used by default for all controls of type, which is specified by target type. In order to apply the same style, we just copied the same style to another user control. For example, in user control select pet or game and so on and so on. But there is a serious problem here, because if we want to say make every button in our game with a corner radius of 10, which means we want to have rounded buttons, we would need to go and change every style applying corner radius to it. It's a very unproductive way of solving things. And of course, there are global styles. So in order to create one, we are going to first create a folder in our project, and let's call it styles. And here we will add a resource dictionary. Let's call it buttons. So as you see, it has XAML extension. Here we can actually just copy this style and paste it here. This is just a file now, about which our other files know nothing about. So in order to connect it, let's go to app.xaml. And here we need to connect our dictionaries. So in our application resources, we open the tag resource dictionary. And inside of it, we open another tag, resource dictionary, period, merged dictionaries. Merged dictionaries implies that you can have multiple dictionaries, just multiple styles. Just to make a quick note, you must remember that the order is important. So if you have multiple resource dictionaries and some of them reference other dictionaries, the referenced dictionaries should come first. So by now we have only one, so resource dictionary, set its source, it is styles, which is our folder, and then we access our file buttons.xaml. And that's it. If you try to start our game now, you will see that most of the game is left unchanged. So ignore this part for now. You see that the button is not rounded, as well as here, here, here. But it is rounded here. And let's study why. So this is window final. If you open window final, you will notice that there are no resources for this window. So the style is not overridden and it is taken from the global style for buttons, which is here. But also you noticed that we have rounded buttons here. And the reason for that is because we defined the same style as in our buttons. If you remove and rebuild your project, you will see that the buttons got the very same style, and you can leave it as it is. As I said, the problem with other windows and user controls, for example, window options, is that we override the style here and all other files as well. In order to extend style instead of overriding it, we need to say what it is based on. So open curly braces, type static resource, open curly braces again, type x:type and select button, and you see our button is rounded now. It is based now on the default style for buttons, and this style is here, and based on means that we do not nullify all the properties. We rather change only those that we specify here. So we need to copy it and paste everywhere. We need to make our buttons rounded. So in our user control main menu, we don't need to do it anymore. but for example in user control game, user control resources, paste it here. Yeah. Now user control select pet, style for buttons, paste it here. Next, window final, no, window menu. Okay. Here, paste it here. Okay, so let's check it. Okay, so we have it here, 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 and here, and here, and here as well. Okay, well, that's it for global styles. Just to remind you, this is a style just for buttons. As you can see in app.xaml, you can paste different resource dictionaries here. For example, there will be another one for example, text boxes, and another one for group boxes, and so on. So if your group boxes use a style from the buttons file, it must follow it, because if it precedes it and references it, you will encounter an error. Okay. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more tutorials.